We've been journeying in the wrong direction this whole time. We've been journeying outside of ourselves. Why?
Rough to wise, talk to him.
It's been a long time on here pushing out knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Maybe this is the year right here. Energy. Go within. There's something inside of you. We gotta do better collectively, you know? Right? Energy. Go within. There's something inside of you. We gotta do better collectively, you know? Energy. The first stage is realizing that you are. That's the first step. Confront yourself. Realizing that you are. Energy. It's been a long time on here pushing out knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. They can't put negative notions on us. Think about it. Great things is happening, whether they want to believe it or not. Maybe this is the year right here. This is the year for it right here. Right? Energy. Go within. There's something inside. We gotta do better collectively, you know? Go within. There's something inside. We gotta do better collectively, you know? One's image of oneself should be greater than reality. Don't let nobody tell you that you ain't great, because you are.
Rough to wise.
Energy.
See what you're doing, Maggie, and I can't get behind it. See what you're doing, Maggie, and I can't get behind it. You hate with your whole chest, baby, you remind me of a little green man looking like slime. So mad that they love me, they love me, they love me. Mad that they love me, they love me, they love me, they love me. Mad that they love me, they love me, they love me, they love me. We wanna vibe with love is love. And all you haters get left in the dust. So mad that they love me, they love me, they love me. Mad that they love me, they love me, they love me. Now you're telling me to mind my business. When you started your channel to talk about other women, you love to throw a stone and then run and hide. Like it or not, you live your life online. And if I were you, I would wanna die. Cause it must be hard to have such a sad life. But that's not my business, so I'm moving on. And I know the one thing that you hate the most. We wanna vibe with love is love. And all you haters get left in the dust. So mad that they love me, they love me, they love me. Mad that they love me, they love me, they love me. This song's for you too, down it. We see what you're doing and we can't get behind it. We see what you're doing and we can't get behind it. A failed actor, isn't that right? So mad that they love me, they love me, they love me. Mad that they love me, they love me, they love me. Mad that they love me, they love me, they love me, they love me. We wanna vibe with love is love. And all you haters get left in the dust. So mad that they love me, they love me, they love me. Mad that they love me, they love me, they love me. We wanna vibe with love is.
What's up with y'all? What's up with y'all?
today just seems like one of them days where you're watching all this stuff take place on YouTube and you're just like, what is really going on? And it's starting to look like, more and more that Maggie could possibly still be under some type of mental operation of self. Like maybe this is her natural operation, this hate, this hurt, this nastiness, right? The only person she actually can admit has feelings is herself. The only person who feelings she recognized is herself. And as we all have a rising, you know, it's just I want people to realize what you guys are seeing, right? It is so like so many other narcissistic tendencies or sociopathic behaviors. It's very disturbing for somebody to say I'm not trying to put you in fear. I'm not trying to put you in none of this stuff, but let me do a live and tell you how I could strike your channel. Let me do a live and tell you about, you know, you use my content this many times or that many times. Why is she doing that? Why is she over there trying to tell, official King Payne, oh well, you use my content this many times and you got more likes on this channel than you do that channel. And like, yo, why? How is that possible? How is she over there doing that? Nobody's making that make sense for me. She over there talking about some, oh well, I put copyrights on this backdrop now. So anybody who used that picture, they can get hit with copyrights. And I did this and now I got all these, moments where I could strike somebody's channel. And if you say something about me, I'm going to strike your channel. And make it make sense. Make it make sense. And then she's like going through his channel to show how many times she could copyright. Yo, what if everybody did that? What if everybody who content that she used, what if all of them went back and found the videos that she used their content and instructed her channel? Her channel will be Arrivederci, adios, bon voyage. That's why I keep telling people the same thing and make you laugh or make you cry, because what if everybody did that? What if everybody who content that she used in the black tea sector, what if all of them? And see, that's the thing. Once she pushed the Mario button, once she pushed that Mario button too tough, that's exactly what's going to happen to her. You hear me? Once she pushed that Mario button too tough, and people keep saying, she's not pushing the Mario button. She's pushing the Mario button, right? When you start mentioning, all these, content creators' names and so on and so forth, shit. Don't you know they'll rally the troops faster against you than they would against anybody else, because you are outside entity. It's not like they arguing amongst each other. It's not like official King Payne and these people are arguing amongst each other. They'll stop what they doing and all look at you like, who the hell do she think she is? Next thing you know, it's gonna be a real town hall meeting, but you probably ain't gonna like the outcome. And Junkyard Doggy, right? She's doing an excellent job. She is showing everything. And this is what I said in the beginning. This is what we said in the beginning. In the beginning, we said this. You recall? You recall in the beginning we said this? We said this in the beginning. We were like, okay, here's the kicker. You know, here's what's about to happen. So now she's over there and she's throwing these threats out there. Mind you, I want you guys to understand exactly what type of threats these are. These are not like, oh, I'll put this information out, I'll look up this, on top of the fact that you already tried to tarnish this person's name. So it's not like if you don't let me talk bad about you, then I'll take your page. If you try to point out anything that I'm doing on my page, I'll take your page. This is just like Jaguar. How don't she see? Or maybe that's her goal. Maybe that's her goal. Maybe her goal is for everybody to say, damn, she's just like Jaguar. Right? Because how many people are going to let you walk around with that type of threat, with that level of threat? Like you're basically telling all of us that you do what the fuck you want to do and we can't do nothing about it. We can't show your content because what? You could possibly strike us whenever you want to get mad at us, whenever you're not sitting right with us, whenever you could wake up one morning or fall asleep, whatever the hell you is doing over there, and you could just be like, well, today's the day I'm going to strike everybody's pay. Nobody's giving you that much power in the black tea sector. Now everybody who possibly use your content got to worry about that. What? And then you keep telling official King Payne to talk to Danny. Talk to Danny. Why you keep telling him to talk to Danny? You talking shit about him and then telling him he better talk to Danny. He better talk to Danny. If you and Danny do got a secret side relationship or conversationship, whatever the hell you want to call it, you telling on yourself. And Danny gonna tell you she work alone. Danny work alone. She ain't working with nobody. Stop trying to tell people to talk to Danny. Talk to Danny. Because your ass trying to keep on mentioning her name so you could be relevant. You're running out of content. You're running out of content. And this is why you exhibit different variations of racial stereotypes. You're growing up around YT people must have you in a different mindset, And at this particular moment, when I say YT people, I'm not talking about, the color skin. I'm talking about YouTube people. She hanging around YouTube people got her in this mindset that ugly sells. She's in this mindset that controversy sells. She's in this mindset this is normal. This is normal. It's become normal to her now. Right? This nastiness, right? Lack of a moral compass, right? Low vibrational consciousness, right? This has become her. Everything is vile. Everything is nasty. I mean, this is first thing in the morning and she's already doing a live. I don't know how long she been live for. She probably about to go on a 10-hour marathon or some shit. All this information coming out about Jaguar and Brian McKnight. She finally get her moment to take Jaguar down like she said she was, and that's not what she's paying attention to, right? And she's going to try to point out that I came over here from TikTok to take Jaguar down. No, I came over here from TikTok for the truth. Y'all see, I've been talking about people scamming and drifting and crowdfunding and doing fake this and, Cash App schemes and so on and so forth. I've been pointing that out all the way on TikTok. And I've been talking about moon stars and quasars, right? I've been talking about moon stars and quasars, been talking about it. And you know what's sad? If we actually go back and look at when Maggie left, Jaguars camp, when she left the group and everything like that, I was already saying this. I was already pointing out certain things, you know. I was already doing it. I was already pointing out different variations of things like, look, pay attention, open your eyes, right? And I told Maggie, I gave it to her. I said, Maggie, you got two timelines here, right? You got one timeline, the knot's gonna come over here because he sees, AT2 coming over here. He sees a couple people paying attention to your page. He's gonna start coming over here. And once those people are not coming over here no more, that's when he's gonna create a beef with you. He's gonna say he helped you grow your page, and you can't take that away from him. I told her this, right? And when she still allowed it to happen, we continuously said, Maggie, we have no problem with you. Maggie, we good. We have no problem with you. What did Maggie do? Create a problem. Create a problem. I mean, it was to the point where she was trying to control my page from her page. Oh, you let AT2 come up over there. Oh, you let this person come up over there. Oh, you let this. He's kicking it with the. How the freak is you trying to control me, but telling everybody that you want your page to be neutral, you want everybody to be able to come to your page, so on and so forth. It's not making no sense. It's really not making sense. But I don't think any of us was looking at it the right way. I don't think any of it was made to make sense. I think it was made to do what it do. Create controversy, keep people in confusion, and stop them from actually caring. Right? It's not about what you care about, it's just caring, period. Right? It's to stop you from loving, stop you from giving each other chances, stop you from wanting to unify, stop you from looking at each other as lovely and all of this other stuff. It's plant-like behavior. He has no solution to any of it. She's a separatist at heart, right? It's no solution to nothing that she's talking about. It's never no piece it up unless, do good collabos together, right? It's always just, I hate this person, hate. That's all she spill out, right? And you got to think to yourself, how, why, and what for? That's what you should be thinking to yourself. How, why, and what for? Because it's not making any sense. And the more I look at this and it don't make sense, the more I'm like, what's going on? To attack Stone Paxton. And yes, let's say that according to the algorithm, Stone Paxton has to use Jaguar in order to get into the algorithm so people can start coming over to his page, whatever the case may be. But talking about you has nothing to do with that, Maggie. You're just someone who's mentioning people's names so when they respond, you can make it seem like, why they worried about me? Why they worried about me? That's what I'm saying. Like, but you got to understand, like, people don't want to really work on themselves. She don't want to work on herself. She don't want to grow. She's not looking for that understanding, right? There's different things that she could have opened up her mind to, which would have expanded her YouTube experience, right? She's sitting there talking about about Beverly or sitting down with Beverly, but she's not taking the time to why is oh, sorry. Yeah, she's not taking the time to actually learn the stuff that Beverly knows, you know? She's not taking the time to actually take in the stuff that Beverly knows and say, okay, boom, I'm learning some shit. She's not doing none of that, you know? If you notice with her, it's just all negative, all negative. It's not no growth there, right? I could have at least put her on a path to grow within the understanding of chakra systems, could have put her on a path to grow within the understanding of, zodiac signs, right? And I know for a fact that she's going to talk crap. She's going to talk crap. She's going to be like, oh, he can't teach me nothing. Oh, I know so much. Oh, this, that, and the third, right? So in retrospect of all of this, it's like
You can't teach somebody that don't want to be taught, and you can't teach somebody that thinks they know everything already, right? She already feel as though she knows more. She already feel as though nobody can teach her nothing, right? So she's already in a mindset of her own already that says that she's the smartest thing already. you know a lot of people open up doors and avenues to grow more and be a little bit advanced when it comes to learning this type of stuff. But she's not. She wants to sit down with Beverly for the gossip part of it. You know, did you hear what this person said about you? You know what I mean? So on and so forth. That's what she gonna you know, that's the shit that she's gonna say. But in retrospect, it is spoiled brat behavior. It is exactly spoiled brat behavior, right? And she sits there and she's acting like she's the one that can color me bad, but it's okay. The desire to be white, later in life may stem from the rejection she experienced early on. The schools that she went to, the places that she went, probably came with a lot of ridicule. Her skin being so dark complected, her family being who it is. In Canada, can you imagine in Canada? You know, the areas that she lived in probably was predominantly, Caucasian based. She probably looked up to different individuals in this. I know, this is why she say the people that she date is rich, rich bougie people. She say, the people I date, got money. I used to date people with money and they would never, do the things that Stony and them was doing, right? So she's telling you right there, like her ideal man, right? She's telling you her ideal man. And she's sitting there trying to, shun everybody else for being with this person, being with that person. How are you gonna hold Jaguar or ridicule Jaguar for saying, oh, she's attacking them because it's a mixed baby and blah 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 blah. But then you turn around and say, oh, Ralph's dating a white woman. Ralph's dating a white woman. Like, what the make up your mind. Are you which one are you? You sitting there and attacking me with all of this shit, and then I'm watching you change the narrative to fit whatever it fits on the other end. Like, yo, you so wishy-washy. It's so, and then you want to talk about you can't trust nobody. No, nobody can't trust you. You can't even trust yourself. You probably talk in your sleep. That's how much you tell. You tell so much, you probably talk in your sleep, you know? And it's crazy because, like, it's not making any sense for you to continue that narrative, that rhetoric, where you just keep on going over the same thing over and over again. Listen, you are who you are. You are a nasty, vile individual. You speak nothing but hate. You sit there and act like you trying to understand this and understand that. You're not, right? You sit there and make it seem like you know this, and then you come over to the black tea sector and make it seem like you were somebody now after you told people they was nobody, right? Now you over here talking about something. I don't need Jaguar. I already knew Steph, the nerd, the alter nerd. I already knew Popcorn Planet. I already knew Sean and da 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 da. Then you what? I don't know what you thought you was gonna make me feel by talking about some. Shane Atwoods will never go to his page, and Beverly will never pop up on his page, and he's nobody. And who do he think he is to have clothing? And what they think they building over a brand, a positive image, something better than what you doing, sitting on your couch, letting your dog lick you in your mouth while your kitchen look the way it does. Probably the type to say, ain't no point of making up the bed because you're going to get back in it anyway. The lazy type that just make every excuse to be lazy. Well, I ain't about to make up the bed because I'm just about to get back in it. Yeah, I bet. I bet. So yeah, she said she may feel, that being white or confirming to be white, beautiful standards will grant her social acceptance, validation, or the success that she lacks growing up, right? And this is indicated. This is not something that I'm making up, right? Let's be honest. This is not something that I'm making up. We can go into the history of Maggie and see that on numerous occasions she has said, "Oh, like all white women, I aim to colonize," right? She has said on numerous occasions, "Oh, we're all powerful white women over there on the Atwoods Network," right? The same thing Jaguar did, right? Played in our face over here, right? But one over there, and Buddy catered up, so on and so forth, right? Maggie did the same thing. Maggie did the same thing. She was over there with the jokes, you know, when the shit hit the fan and it started getting close, then she switched it up a little bit. But all of them was over there with the Beverly Christmas specials, all of that stuff. They was there. They was there for it, right? She want to talk about somebody sitting down or having a conversation with, Wolf, but she plotted with Wolf. She plotted with him. Look at her in full cahoots with the fuckery. Look, to take people pages. What's she still doing? Talking about taking people's pages. Look, learning shit and taking pages. That's what she's doing. Now listen to Maggie say we're all powerful white women. Watch. Y'all don't think she see herself as white? Come on, stop playing. Y'all better stop letting her play in y'all face. She's trying to Drake us. She is trying to Drake us. Don't Drake me. Don't Drake me. Oh, can anybody else hear it? Can y'all hear it?
Wait a minute though.
What about now?
Called white by a fake nature.
And this is why I say
Can y'all hear it
they're
now?
playing in our face. Look at the panel, right? Look at the panel, right? This person, family is part of a pedophilia ring. This person used to work for the
Mexican mafia, which we know is a part of trafficking, right? These two people right here just look like they don't mean no good. Look at the evil. Look at the evil. This look like a panel full of evil. And listen to what they're saying. This is why I say they playing in my face. Listen to what Maggie says. We're all powerful white women.
We're learning.
We're all powerful women and
Yes,
white.
I get
We're all
that.
white
I get
powerful
that.
women.
See? We're all powerful women and white. We're all white powerful women. Look at Ron.
I get it. Okay. And you're
I get
even
it.
having a
Yeah,
different
don't
daughter.
forget my status.
Listen
I
to what
need
listen to what Jaguar Wright say.
my white status. Tax time is coming.
You know how cringe that is. You know how cringe it is.
Listen to what Ron says.
When Maggie's like, oh, I'm white now, I'm sitting here dying inside. I'm dying inside. Everything she
Wait a
says.
minute though.
Now, how many jokes did Maggie make? You know, he's like, oh, when Maggie's like, I'm white now, I'm white now, I'm white now, I'm white now. Like, what's good? Y'all make it seem like Maggie's over there and she's, you know, oh shit, you gotta fight the power. Like, no, Maggie's not over there. Fight the power that beat. Maggie's not over there doing none of that. She's not over there trying to unify. She's not over there trying to fix, correct, or help, right? And look, y'all play like Maggie didn't know what was going on. Let me see. Where's the thing at so I could try to blow
I can't
this?
wait.
Where's it at so I could try to make this image bigger? Dang it. Because in the video with Amber, you can see it registers on Maggie's face exactly what Amber says. It registers on Maggie's face what Amber says. When Amber say, don't worry, Jaguar, I'll do it for you, it registers on Maggie's face. She stops for a second to actually compose herself. So if you say Maggie didn't know what was going on, Maggie didn't know this, Maggie knew exactly everything that was going on. She was making choices in all of this. She heard Amber say, don't worry, Jaguar, I'll do it for you. She literally like gasped, like, and then just froze for like 30 seconds and then shook it off and went right back into the bullshit with Jaguar and them. So don't make it seem like she didn't know what was going on. She did. She clearly did.
It's to get off so I can praise you. Because all I hear is a woman that's intentionally driving herself insane. That's what I hear. And then we don't hear from you in the next thing I know. You got all this information about trolls. You've been up all night. You got the voice clips. You doing all of this, sounding like you're drinking, carrying on. I'm like, the hell is wrong with this woman? Where did we go wrong, Grace?
And that's what I'm worried about.
See, this is the thing. This is the thing.
Did you hear what you said though, Amber?
I
Yes.
was listening to what I say, and I'm, you know what? People say I mean, fuck it, let me be me. The way you
Look at Maggie's
make
face.
it like sound, I wanna unalive
Shake your
myself when I
head.
finish hearing it.
Now, Jaguar just said, the way you make your life sound, I want to unalive myself just hearing it, right? Now, Amber's clearly crying. You hear her crying, right?
And
Like,
I
let's
don't
give it
know
a
you
fuck.
feel that way
Like,
about you.
Now, she specifically said, I'll do you a favor, Jaguar, right? Now, Maggie hears what she says. Maggie hears what she says, makes the face. Jaguar, you know, overlooks it and say, don't do me no favors. Don't do me no favors. But Maggie takes a moment to gather herself. So she knew exactly what Amber said. She knew exactly what Amber meant by the shit. She didn't end the live. She didn't say, let me go check on her. She didn't say, hold on, something ain't right. None of that. Look, we continue. Look, look. She literally shook her head like, oh shit, did I just hear that? And just went right back to the fuckery. Yeah, I'm going to clip that.
See what I'm saying? Now you
I'm going to clip that.
She's just gathering herself. That's all she did was gather herself. Like, gather herself and went right back to it. That means like wicked shit is happening, and she just like, I don't care. I'm with it. For the love of money. For the love of money, she overlooked so many different situations. You know, for her to sit here and tell us that she's smart, right? And that's why she don't want to go back to that other page. That's why she don't want people to find her from that other page. You know? See, I let them sit there. She wanted me to combat her. She wanted me to say something about her. She wanted to try to paint false narratives, right? So she wanted me to come at her, and then she was going to go around and tell everybody else that I was a messed up person. That's why we just sat back. We just sat back. It's going to come out. Just sit back. Watch. It's going to come out. She's got the whole 86. Don't forget about the 86.2K page. Maggie. I told Paula you, helped her make. You might want to leave me alone. That. Paula? You mean the same Paula that got kicked off the Atwood show when Jaguar came along? Damn. Her beef with Jaguar might be a little bit deeper than that. Right? Because Paula helped Maggie build her page. And ain't no telling what dark secrets might come out of that story. Right? Paula helped her build that 86.2K page. In fact, she already had StreamYard before she asked y'all to help her pay for StreamYard. That's probably why Jaguar didn't give her no money for StreamYard when it came down to the $250. Jaguar probably already knew that it was a scam. You know? Jaguar probably already knew that it was a scam. That she already had StreamYard. So she like, I ain't doing that. Because 7 months before she started trying to get StreamYard, she did a live video with Paula on Zoom telling her how to use StreamYard. She was like, is it set up? She was like, yeah, I see it. So she already had it. But what she's going to say, I didn't pay my monthly subscription. I didn't pay they changed it here in Canada. You got to pay for a year. It's $450 a year. Like what? Come on, right? I told you that. I said, don't let me start digging and looking up stuff for you. Right? Atlas, download the video screenshot. And this is what she copyright. This what she copy struck my page for. When I put it out there that she had that other page, that's what she copy struck my page for, right? Soon as I put it out there that she had that other page, copy strike. And let's not make it seem like she wasn't always eager. Yeah, we don't care about over here. After Jaguar opened up the door to come over here, after Jaguar was opened up the door to come over here, she was over here. Can you explain?
I care about that.
I don't care what you care about. If you're not trying to answer my questions, I damn sure ain't about to answer your questions. Why are you attacking so many Black American women? I don't care if you roll your eyes in your head. By the end of the night, I'll have you taking 50 damn shots of that Jack Daniels. So get it ready. Get the.
I don't have any anymore.
You don't have any? What's your Cash App so I can send you some money? Because you're going to need some Jack Daniels after I get done with you tonight. What's your PayPal?
I have a PayPal.
Yeah. Put your PayPal up because by the time I get done with your ass, you're going to need about 50 shots. Let's go. Why are you attacking Black American women? Now, you see right there, I'm questioning her why she attacking Black American women, right? And also, that is proof right there of why I sent her that money, right? You get what I'm saying? That's proof right there of why I sent her that money, right? So one, that pops her bubble of the money that was sent to her, right? She manipulated. She used the PayPal information
to dox somebody, right? So me sending that PayPal from the PayPal that I sent the money from, right? She then tried to dox that person's information, right? So that means she's on here finding out information about people and then prying into their life and fucking them over so they can be mad at her. And then when they speak out on it, she turn around and make it seem like, why are you worried about me? Why is this? Right? That's crazy. And I sent that shit out of the kindness of my heart because I had this conversation with her where she said she didn't have the Jack Daniels. And I was like, well, your ass is going to need it. So get that, right? So she tried to hold me to these words right here. That's why I sent it to her like, man, you ain't about to have nothing on me. You're not about to hold me to shit. Here, take this money. I'm going to show you money don't mean shit to me. Take this money. And she still turned around and manipulated the situation. And remember, I'm the one that's asking her, why are you attacking Black women? Right? Black American women. I've been asking Maggie this, right? Excuse me. Why are you attacking Black American women? Right? She didn't say, I'm not attacking Black American women. She boldly said, which one? That's what she said. Which one? Right?
Which one?
Any of them. It seems like you just have a thing out for Black Americans. Why?
Which one?
Any of them. Just go back at your
Not
videos.
any of them. I have beef with people in general. So which American woman, Black American woman did I?
Yeah, we don't care about that. Can you explain
I
why?
care.
So Murph got some pictures of you right now then, huh?
So if I understand correctly.
You called Aaliyah, hold on. You called Aaliyah, right? The queen of R&B. You called her the perfect bottom bitch. Make it make sense.
Well, I can make it make sense to you. So when Jack said it, I thought that it meant in a figurative sense that we were talking about the power couple, because we all know that a pimp, and I thought it was an analogy and an allegory. I thought that it was, the pimp, and he needs always the bottom bitch. Like he needs someone to be, like, let's say Diddy with, what's her name? Christina, or Jeffrey Epstein with Ghislaine Maxwell. So that's, I thought it was an analogy.
Stronger woman. You thought it was a strong woman or a power couple.
Yeah.
Okay, I stand corrected on that because y'all women do. See that? See that? I let her have an exit. I allowed her to have an exit on her bullshit, on her fuckery, right? And hold on, but wait, there's more, right? But wait, there's more, right? Let's get to some more facts, details, merits, right? Because that's what we produce over here. Facts, details, merits, right? For somebody who act like she wasn't so interested in me, let's check out an interaction where some flirting and shit went on. Now, I played along, but let's check it out. So Murph got some pictures of you right now then, huh?
I'm not seeing.
Well, I'm just trying to figure it out. I thought that was your fiance. I'm just saying.
It was a joke.
Oh, okay.
I've been single for 3 years, my friend. Okay.
3 years? All right,
yes, I take time between breakup.
All right, you're gonna make me come to Canada. Go ahead, send me some pictures.
Bye-bye.
You have a great one. Thought she was going. What did y'all hear right there? Oh, what did y'all hear right there? Huh? I mean, she could have said, Ralph, I can't stand you, right? I said, shit, you gonna make me come to Canada. She said, okay. Oh, okay.
So if I understand.
Let's hear it again. Mark got some pictures of you right now. Let's hear it again.
I'm not seeing.
Well, I'm just trying to figure it out. I thought that was your fiance. I'm just saying.
It was a joke.
Oh, okay.
I've been single for 3 years, my friend. Okay.
3 years. And look, at this time, we was beefing with Jaguar. At this time, we wouldn't even let Jaguar up on the panel at this time. Y'all might not remember this day. It was February 11th. Just a little flashback. February the 11th. Love was in the air because, you know, February 14th was right there. Everybody looking for a Valentine. So, you know, love is in the air around February the 11th. You know, Jaguar couldn't even come up on our page around that time, right? Everybody started going in different directions to where as though I thought everybody was entitled to a little bit of change, right? I thought everybody was like changing or trying to be better or some shit like that. I don't know what the fuck going on. I'm like, boom, everybody's changing. So let's give everybody a new chance. Let's have a clean slate. You know, why can't this be the summer for change? Why can't this be the time for, you know, let's let everybody have a clean slate, right? Boom. All right,
yes, I take time between breakup.
All right, you're gonna make me come to Canada. Go ahead, send me some pictures.
Bye.
You have a great one. Thought she was gonna come up here and get an argument. I ain't arguing with none of y'all. Y'all want to make these motherfucking lies up and try to make it seem like y'all don't want to answer questions honestly. Then I'm not gonna ask y'all honest questions. I'm gonna shoot the shit just like y'all shoot the shit. I ain't about to ask y'all no honest shit because y'all ain't about to be honest. So what is the point? Jaguar, get the hell out of my backyard. I'm not letting you up. Get your ass out of here, Jaguar. Get the fuck off my panel. So Murph got some pictures of you right now. That's how we was treating shit at that time, right? It was beef. It was up. You feel me? It was up at that time. It was beef at that time. Don't make it seem like I was a nobody. This is February the 11th. We was over here on that type of time. This is way back in February we was over here. See, trying to make it seem like, oh, who wants to go to his panel? His panels ain't nobody, blah, 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 blah. They want to make it seem like who's he? Shit. I was like that motherfucking puppy in the window. All y'all motherfuckers was thrown in y'all bed. Oh, that's a new person in the sector. Get him. I ain't even know that I walked in prison. I was fresh meat. Them motherfuckers was all over me. I didn't know that. I didn't know what the fuck was going on over here. Shit. They worry about what's being slung in the Discord. Shit, y'all slanging it right on YouTube. I could tell. See, as soon as I jumped on the market, you motherfuckers started. Bring me that content creator. Where's my credit card at? Bring me that man. What the fuck? I didn't know that's how y'all was working over here. Maggie with her fake marriages or fake engagements and shit. You know what I'm saying? They started pulling out phone books. I felt like Cat Williams. I'm like, phone book? I'm not even in the phone book. Did you pee on me? I'm waking up. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck goes on? I thought I was dreaming. You know what I'm saying? The not ripping off the motherfucking phone book talking about fresh meat. I like my fish wet and squirmy. What the fuck is you talking about, dude? Get the fuck off me. I'm a boy, Damon. I am a boy. You feel me? What going on over here? Murph and them trying to set me up, talking about some, oh yeah, drop the email. Here's my email. Email me. Think that I didn't know what the fuck was going on. This is why I say I'm 10 steps ahead of them. We way out in front of them. You hear me? We are so far out in front of them. We've been out in front of them. That's why we was marking the look right here, February the 11th. We telling Murph, no, Murph. We not playing a game where you get our email and then say we the one that's trying to hack into y'all Facebook and this, that, and the third. When y'all the ones doing the Facebook hacking and trying to get people Gmail passwords and all of that weird shit, y'all doing that stuff. That's why y'all trying to get into people's phones. First you put your number in their phone. Then once you get the number in their phone, then you go ahead and try to get them to accept something through a Google. And then you got their Google information, and then you start logging in through their fucking account through different various ways of trying to say like, password forgotten. First, you might go in there and you might change something to your phone number or a phone number that you can send it to. Then the code go to that number. Then next thing you know, swipe or no fucking swipey. Well, guess what, Dora? I ain't trying to explore you. Weird ass shit going on over here, and some of y'all just sitting here acting like y'all don't see it. All of this text me now number, emails, back end emails going this way and going that way. Bye, Felicia. Not you, Felicia. Not you. Like just the saying, like the you know what I'm talking about, like the other you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. My email for him, Murph. You know why you dropped your email, Murph? I'm 20 steps ahead of you already. You only dropped your email so I can try to send you an email so then you can try to make it seem like somebody was hacking into your stuff. Because now that y'all know the feds is watching y'all want to try to deflect and put all the crimes that y'all was committing on somebody else. The fact that y'all been hacking into people's accounts, using their email, ain't that why Ronnie Bo asked for everybody to send him an email or do that text now number shit, right? Everybody knows that scammers use your email and then small variations of information, right? So y'all are on here looking to get to know people so y'all can scam them. Nobody's stupid. That's why you told my see, we've been pointing this out. We've been pointing out, think about it, that's February. We've been pointing it out, right? We've been like, you know what? And see, you know, Maggie gotta have a big grief with us because we've been exposing them, you know, the whole Murph helping her, Murph. We was the one exposing Murph. We was the one exposing Murph and his life and shit like that. We did that. Remember those days when you actually used to care? When you actually used to have I don't even know why they beef with us. Do you remember those days? I tell them some shit about their life that they forgot about their life. Days, Murph. He remembers those days. He don't see that in you no more, Murph. Okay? He don't see it in you no more, Murph. Murph got all scared. Started calling her, telling her not to do no interviews. Shit like that. How you think we knew Murph wasn't taking care of his kids? All right, put it out. Put it out, nigga. You know, Murph got all scared. He trying to get in touch with my ex-girlfriend, ex-baby mom, whatever. You're lost. You're lost. Shining all types of light in their darkness. They was mad as hell. Like, who he think he is? All right. That's why he put that spy in the Discord. Murph. This is where Just Reese comes from, right? They put the spy in the Discord with the lies in the Discord, so on and so forth. All based off of this. Because we started exposing Murph. Murph ain't nobody, guys. Started exposing. Murph is not nobody. Stop letting them up on y'all panels. Stop taking, you know, psychiatric or any type of help from him. He's not telling y'all anything educational. He is not the person that he say he is, right? So here it says, get whatever they need. I find myself in the same boat, can't get nothing. I got taken to the hospital by the paramedics, locked in a room for 4 hours and told to go home. The only reason why I'm posting this message is because things need to change. There are cuts in mental health service every single year, and we all just sit back and carry on regardless. I know it is not easy, but please be mindful, right? And he goes on to say, this is not a post for pity. It is a post for realistic, whatever. We can't keep carrying realisticness. But this is what we was exposing already. So they were already mad at us. They were already pissed. We knew that already. We knew that they were going to come at
Funding.
us multiple different ways. You get what I'm saying? We knew it. Once we started exposing all of these accounts that we were looking up, all of these things that he was sending people do, a lot of the stuff was not able to be found anymore, right? When you start looking into connections to things that's connected to nonprofit organizations or such and stuff like their outside program and stuff like that, a lot of the stuff that was having his name on there, you couldn't find the websites anymore. They were down. They were up at the time, but then it goes down, right? That's not how GoFundMe's work. That's not, I mean, not GoFundMe's, but that's not how, these profits, these what are they called? Not the nonprofit organizations, but like community service, whatever you want to call them, activists, whatever type of programs. He tried to lie on Maggie's panel and say, oh, he took a long pause and a long break and then try to say all of the stuff got connected back to like a church. The church in the area bought up all of the little out programs or foundations. He was making all these different foundations, right? Doing all of this weird stuff. And we was pointing all of this out. They got mad at us. I'm talking about they got mad at us. They couldn't find nothing on us, so they was like, F it. We just going to start coming up with lies, right? So then Murph sent a picture of his kids and they nappies to all of their phones. He sent the picture to Maggie's phone. He sent the picture to Steph's phone, right? He sent the pictures to, a couple of other people's phones, but we're not going to mention them just to piss some people off, right? Because then they're going to say, he didn't mention such and such, right? So he sent the picture to Steph's phone. He sent corn to Maggie and Steph. You hear me? He might have sent it to some other people, but once again, we're not going to mention them because it pissed them off. So yeah, he sent corn to Maggie. You get what I'm saying? And then he wanted them to lie and say that this was in the Discord. So all of them got this shit in their phone. All of them. Steph, why you think it broke up? Why you think their group broke up? Because we was exposing the shit out of them. They knew they couldn't last long. They knew they couldn't last long, right? We was exposing them. See, the feds was going to have to confiscate all their phones pretty soon. You get what I'm saying? That's how bad we was exposing them. We was exposing them so bad, I promise you. The feds would have had the feds would have took their phones pretty soon. Do you hear me? That's how bad we was exposing them. Right? Here you go. Homelessness, alcoholism, drug deprived, gambling, money. This is all the stuff. This is the one of the places that Murph go. He used to, right? Murph's a crowdfunder, professional crowdfunder. You got to be careful with these people. Murph showing people fake fake info. Showing people fake info, trying to make it look like he's that person. You know what I mean? He's showing people fake info. All these documents probably came from Maggie. Maggie, she probably took her aunt's craft, and she's probably doing the stuff that her aunt does. That's probably Maggie. Maggie's probably making all these documents, and that's probably why she mad. Is because her documents, got hit off. When people be doing fake work, they don't want you to find it. They like, nah, you better not find the. And if you find it, they like, ooh, they get mad at you for finding their errors. All right. And this is where the acting out comes from, right? This is where the acting out comes from, right? This is where the revenge and the empowerment comes in, right? This is where that revenge and empowerment, you slight me, you say something against me, right? Look at what's happening on YouTube right now. She's attacking multiple people after she went around with false apologies, right? Everybody still kept it real with her. Like, well, I still feel like you on some bullshit, and I still feel, and she got mad about it. Like, you spent months fucking, protecting and swinging for Jaguar, and now you want us to just, accept your forgiveness overnight. Well, she said she's sorry, so accept it. That's not how that works, right? You apologize, and then we get the option on whether we want to or not. When you apologize, we get the option on whether you want to or not. You get what I'm saying? We sitting there trying to, usher her into a greater light after she said that she survived the cult, after she said she got away from the cult that all took place right in her kitchen, right? She's saying all of this shit took place right in her kitchen, right? So we trying to give her grace. We not trying to victimize a victim and say, Maggie, did they do anything, sexual to you? Like, Maggie, did they make any passes at you? Do you have any proof on the back end that this was happening? She show us videos of somebody rapping in a video and say some shit like, well, Jaguar said that, it's only a matter of time before dick pics is on the way. Like, what? Like, nah, Maggie, do you have any proof that this is what was going on? Did somebody say, oh, when you get to the States, I'm gonna rock your world? Did somebody say, girl, I can't wait till you get here? Did what we need? But no, we didn't want to victimize victims. So we let her story be her story, right? And we gave her the benefit of the doubt, right? And she said herself, she said, so we say, so where are you going from here? My ultimate point, I'm gotta get Jaguar out of here. She's a messed up character, blah, 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 blah. All right, well, go ahead. But now what happened was she started looking at our old content and then stealing all the old stuff that we already talked about and put out there. Like, why would I want to come over to your panel and review the shit that we already reviewed back in December? Why would I want to come over to your panel and rewatch the shit that we already actually did back in January? It would have been counterproductive of us to go back and start watching them old ass videos. We was operating in real time. We was trying to bring you up to speed, but she didn't want that. She wanted the operation of fuckery. Why? Because it greased her pockets more. Remember, the Knot did a great job. You can't take nothing away from him. He did a great job. He's still an asshole. Everything still applies. It's still up and it's stuck with him, right? But he did a great job because even though we was pointing it out in real time, it didn't change his operation, right? We pointed it out to her in real time. All it did was make him put the operation in play a lot sooner, a lot faster. That's all it did. He didn't change it. He just put it in play a lot faster, right? And that's what took place. He went over there. He manipulated her algorithm by sending her what? Oh, he gifted. And then he out in public, and I'm telling her right there as he do it, I'm telling her, like, Maddie, pay attention. Why didn't he just send you the money on the back end? Why is he doing it on the page for recognition? So on and so forth, right? Open your eyes. And I said, Maddie, also, you're not getting 100% of that $100 because, YouTube's going to take a certain percentage. So you're only going to end up with $44 out of this, right? Still, she allowed the shit to take place, right? Because what? He threw some memberships out there, right? And she was like, "Oh, the memberships, thank you so much. I don't know why y'all got a problem with the knot. He seems like a good person. He is funny, right?" Next thing you know, she come over to my panel, going to bat for the knot, right? Talking about some, oh, do she paints want to come over to my live and talk about it? I said, well, no. She said she only feel comfortable talking over here. Well, we can't do it over here because this is not a neutral place. Well, we're not looking for a neutral place, Maggie. This is a fucking victim we're talking about. Why do we look for a neutral place when we're talking about the victims, right? It's called victims' rights, right? It was weird. So I didn't want to argue with her about it because it would have gave her what she wanted. So I'm trying to comply and I'm trying to tell her, like, okay, all I can do is just ask, right? That's not the answer she wants to hear. Then she talks me in circles like 3 or 4 times, right? I didn't know how to comply or how to be like neutral with her because she already was showing signs of a snake. No matter how kind I was to her, she wanted me to like bend the knee or be a whooping boy. I don't know what the freak she wanted, right? It was weird. You ain't trying to become a sister wife. So what's going on? What we building a rapport for? I'm already building a table. I don't need to come over to your table. Plus, I see your kitchen. I got OCD. So I can't possibly want to come over to your table. I see how nasty your table is and your backdrop. So I damn sure don't want no seat at your table. Shit, I don't know how long that trash bag been sitting there with trash in it. But I'm pretty sure it's flies and probably maggots up under that shit by the time you take it out. So ain't no way you can, ask me if I want to come sit at your table and build something. That shit bound to drizzle. You hear me? Everything you build, you better off sitting at somebody else's table because you complain and talk shit about how lazy everybody else is and how much you do work. And all you doing is ciphering information from the black sector. That's it. You ain't do no work. Danny Robinson did the work. You ain't do no work. OKP did the work. You ain't do no work. Sean Davieway did the work. You ain't did no work. Love Jones did the work. Everybody who content that you reviewed did the work. Your ass just reviewed their content. You didn't do no work, Maggie. Stop making it seem like you did the work. You ate popcorn, drunk Jack Daniels, let the dog lick you in your mouth, and watch YouTube. That's what you do over there. Not necessarily in that order. You might let the dog lick you in the mouth and then eat popcorn. Sometimes you'll eat popcorn and then let the dog lick you in the mouth. But somewhere along the line, that dog gonna lick you in the mouth. For sure, for sure. All right? So stop making it seem like you doing so much for the black sector. Stop making it seem like you providing so much when your gums break out. Better keep on drinking that Jack Daniels. Keep on. I know you got them. She got them boo-boos. I know she be having them boo-boos, all that Jack Daniels in her. She got to be having them boo-boos. Ain't no draw safe around her. Flirting with and sleeping with their boyfriends was not only be a way to take revenge, but also a way to reclaim some sense of power or validation. These behaviors was driven by a desire for attention, revenge, or control over the dynamics. Now, this is what happens. This is what she thinks. You can tell it's that high school. When you're looking at Magic, you got to go back and grade it on high school, right? But you actually got to go back because a lot of y'all forgot the things that was happening in junior high, right? So y'all got to go back to like the junior high activity. You know what I'm saying? When people was like, well, guess what? Her boyfriend got the hots for me, so watch this. I'm gonna go flirt with him. You know what I mean? Like that's what Maggie does. She think that if she go after the guy, she's gonna fight somebody for a guy. There's always a guy involved. I promise you. There's always a guy involved. The things that she do, it's always a guy involved. She's gonna piece it up with the woman and tear the guy down for sure. for sure. She's gonna piece it up with the woman and tear the guy down. The guy gonna get it. Cause she did, I don't know what her disdain is for masculinity or whatever, but she is mad at men for sure. Maybe it's because they don't want her. Maybe it's because they don't want her. But she's mad. And with that type of anger, she's gonna be mad at anybody that's with somebody. You get what I'm saying? With that type of anger, she's gonna be mad at anybody that's with somebody, especially if you share the same face. This is why she has that. Well, you know, she's black and I'm black, and I don't know why you don't like me. Well, she did this and I did this, and I don't know why you can't forgive me. Well, if he look how nice he was to Jaguar, if that was me, he would have, you know, he had patience with her. He wouldn't give me no patience. He don't want to have patience with me. Like, do you see the rhetoric? Do you see it's happening. It's happening right before your eyes. It's happening. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's happening right before your eyes. Yes, it is. Right? The anger, projection towards other black women, right? Let's make this easier. I think I was gonna copy and paste. I don't know which way she swing, but it ain't shit. Shorty, don't swing it my way because I don't want it. It don't look good to me. You know what I mean? Don't swing it my way. It don't look good to me. Girl, can't you please? You know what I mean? I don't want her to swing it this way. Like, that is not the way. Because, and it's not that, it's based off of her morals, right? I think everybody has a right to different levels of beauty. I find, you know, different people sexy in different ways, or beauty in different ways, however you want to look at it. But it's not that, right? Her moral compass, you know, her loyalty, the way she carry herself, like everything is off, right? She don't, like she said, she don't even care about her own feelings and emotions. You know what I mean? Like, how I'm going to deal with somebody that don't care about their own feelings and emotions? That means you lack emotional intelligence. So I can't, what? That mean at any given moment you can lose it. Any secrets, anything you tell her, at any given moment, she can just go off and just start, well, I don't care because this, that, and the third, and blah, 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 blah. And you ain't building nothing with that. Ain't nothing safe with that. Ain't nothing. She talking about somebody got to build trust with her. Man, that shit is earned on both standards. Like, you can't just be, you know, effing somebody over on your side and they still got to start building trust with you. Nah, that's not how that work. That's not how that work. I don't see. That's that spoiled brat shit. You know, that's that single sibling shit. Right? And I was waiting. I'm not even going to lie to y'all. I'm waiting for everybody to see it. I'm waiting. I'm like, yo, why they not seeing this? Why they not seeing this? But then I had to remember, like, okay, be patient. Everybody don't open up to the same thing at, you know what I'm saying? Some classrooms had 2 teachers in there, you know, a teacher and a teacher assistant, because a teacher's classroom is supposed to consist of 28 to 31 students, right? But, you know, due to the fact that we had different variations of learning skills, you had that one room that had about, you know, 10 kids in there and 2 teachers, you know, and those teachers was walking around and helping people at the desk. Some of them kids might have had helmets on or knee pads, shoulder pads, stuff like that, you know, different variations, mouthpieces. They had oral fixations, kept licking windows, stuff like that, you know. But however, those kids grow up, right? And they get a lot of that stuff under control and they learn how to manipulate it. And that's dangerous. You know, that is very dangerous. Okay. So you got to be careful, right? And the anger and projection towards other black women, right? Once again, we can go back to the video that we showed where she says, you know, you can go back to the Atwoods Network where she say stuff like, I aim to colonize and so on and so forth, where she used these different variations of words and everything like that. And I want you to look at how she's doing this. She didn't try to find a peaceful solution to the situation. She didn't try to say, you know what, I said some shit to you, you said some shit to me, let's just leave it alone. I got other shit to talk about. She's not doing none of that, right? What she's doing, she's cracking the whip, right? She's telling, OKP, look, you use my content this many times on your page. That means I could strike your page 5 times and get your page taken away right now, right? That's the type of stuff she's saying, right? So you can see her level of superiority that she feel like she should have. This is why I say when you look up the history of somebody, you got to be careful what you might find when you look up the history of somebody, right? She comes from a long line of separatists. Look them up. Look them up. Where she lives at, it's a separatist, type of environment. You know, look, she burnt her bridge with everybody. She talked about AT2 with Sammy, and now she burnt that bridge with Sammy, right? She talked about, this person with OG. Like, look at all the bridges she burning. She burning all the bridges. You got to ask yourself why. Why? Is it for content? Is it a different level? Is it a different relationship on the back end? Is she telling these people on the back end like, "Hey, we cool, no hard feelings"? Like, what's happening? Something's got to be happening because it's not making no sense. And that's why I couldn't understand how everybody was, because hurt people's hurt people, right? Hurt people, right? I'm trying to figure out why they're not doing the same thing. They're not sending messages to Jaguar saying that he want Jaguar to come to her page, his page, right? He don't got no content. Jaguar, come back to my page, right? And y'all think somebody else got a real infatuation. Sherelle and Perry just now, reviewed Jaguar's content and gonna question why Jaguar was putting that video out there about the conversation with me. Because it's a better conversation with me than she has with y'all. It's a better conversation. I'm not scared to say shit. Y'all act all scared. Y'all got slave minds or some shit. Y'all act scared. Jaguar, can you? Shit, the conversation with us went back and forth, and I'm not afraid to say, hey, listen, I think you a joke. You know what I'm saying? I'm not afraid to say, you got some more shit to prove to me, because right now all I see is wickedness. I'm not afraid to call her on her bullshit. I'm not afraid to say, yo, listen, something ain't right. You got to fix that. Change the way you speak. Change the way you do this. You want to live in, you know what I'm saying? Y'all scared to speak to her. Y'all scared to actually talk to her. But then swear y'all build a rapport with her. Y'all scared to actually talk to her, get shit. If she giving me a piece of her mind, I'm going to give her a piece of my mind. You think I'm about to let somebody sit here and call me dumb, stupid, this, that, and the third, and me not bring up a remote that she told somebody to put somewhere where it don't belong? Shit. That ain't my life. We know how this shit work. I rode on plenty school buses where people roast each other all the way to school and all the way back home. Huh? It was the 90s. Everybody was doing it. I know how this shit works. It was no hard feelings back then. Half of the time you fought your people, the people that you fought was the people you end up being friends with back in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? Everybody wanted to act shocked at the stuff that I said. No, she was good for the goose. You know, don't come over here with no energy that you don't want returned back to you. Now, we're going to be nice as possible. We're going to try to be as cordial as possible. But don't come over here with no energy you don't want thrown back at you. That's how we got to keep it over here from now on. We realize what the fuck goes on over here. We see how y'all play. We watch the Knot take our kindness for weakness. We watch Amber, Selma take our kindness for weakness, right? We watch Lady Letitia take our kindness for weakness, right? We watch Just D's take our kindness for weakness. The reason why I say we watch Just D's take our kindness for weakness, because we weren't looking for Just D's to make sure she was okay. Especially after Jaguar said she lose so much blood every day. You know what I'm saying? Jaguar was saying shit like, how is she still here? How is she losing so much blood every day and still here? Right? That's about the time that we turned around. I remember that joke. They was like, shit, how you trust something that bleed for 7 days and don't? I said, shit, let me turn around. And now she want to try to pull content on us because she the one that did the fuckery. She the one that was trying to get in touch with Stone and them so bad that she wanted to try to throw sauce on us by saying, oh, didn't Ralph just do an interview with Jaguar the other day? Wasn't you just swinging for Jaguar? Ain't you the one that's lying about the AI altered video? Like, what the fuck is you talking about? You the reason why she think that video was altered now is because you went out there swinging, talking about something. Yup, and I put my analyst on it. You old big mouth mother, big mummy face. Focus. One at a time. They all got their day. Calm down, my boy. Calm down. They all got their day. Today is the Owl's day. So, the anger, the projection toward other black women, later in life, the anger she experienced due to racial rejection and social exclusion, because she don't got no friends. This is not somebody that's a social drinker. She's not drinking when she go out with people. She's not drinking when she's out and about. She's sitting in the crib drinking for no reason. See how you got to be, shit got to be real when you just ain't got no reason at all to drink. And I'm talking about ain't no time of the day, ain't no schedule around this shit. 10 o'clock in the morning, what you doing? Drinking. That's why she got to drink so much water. She got to drink so much water is because that alcohol dehydrates you, right? So she has to drink all that water. She's over there doing shots of Jack and chasing that shit with water. That's like, that's a flame going down, and then you just adding water to it, not something flavor. How is your chaser water? You ain't never seen her mix that shit in nothing, right? You ain't never seen her mix it in nothing. Ain't a Grey Goose, pineapple, ain't no nothing. You know what that means? That means that taste, the taste of it, even the taste of it. Even her mind tells her, don't you water that down. Don't you change you want it. You want the that is a alcohol. If you take that bottle away from her for 1 or 2 days, she will have a what they call an alcoholic seizure. Do you hear me? She starts shaking, can't get the thinking, all of that shit. That's probably why she can't work. She can't be in the workplace. Y'all better go give her some super chats, some every stuff. What you think she chasing Jack with Jack? He sure is water. He tasting Jack with Jack. Now, if she was in the South, she'll have some corn lick. I mean, you know, some moonshine. That's what she'll be drinking if she was in the South. You know, withdrawal crazy. You hear me? Withdrawal crazy. That's why she be having these little moments where she angry and shit like that. Either that money ain't coming through or she not stretching that shit out good enough. You know? Think about it. Think about it. You got to have a high tolerance. She sit there and drink that shit like it's nothing. Do you hear me? She sit there and drink that shit like it's nothing. She just shot. One more time and shot. Like that's all she doing. I don't know if it's a party in her head all the time. She drinking by herself. You know how many mood swings you go through drinking by yourself? You start drinking like everything's a party. Oh my goodness, life is great. Give me a bottle, feed my plate. I'm about to drink. You start drinking like it's a party. 5 shots in, you start seeing, I don't got nobody to drink with. I don't never had nobody around me. It's always just me by myself. 2 more shots. You like, God, why you leave? Why you leave? Why you do this to me, God? I don't know why you treat me like this, God. I need people too in my life. Why you ain't got nobody in my life, God? 2 more shots. You like, I'm sorry, God, for talking about you like that. I know you got me. I know you going to send somebody to me eventually. I know it. 2 more shots. He like, yeah, I'm going to find love tomorrow. 3 more shots, pass out, sleep, right? Wake up the next day, do it all over again. This shit is weird. This shit is weird. Go live, drink. Turn down, drink. Sit down, drink. You got 100 bottles and some shots. Got a pool full of liquor and she dive in it. Pool full of liquor, Maggie dive in it. Matty over there, like, sit down, drink, stand up, drink, walk, drink, talk, drink, YouTube, drink. Hey, somebody, hey, to all my Discord DJs, all my sister wives, all my Discord DJs, listen to me. We got to put that remix together. Do you hear me? We have to put that remix together. All right? We have to put that remix together and throw Maggie ass in there. Pool full of liquor, Maggie dive in it. She talking about something. All my friends left me. All my friends then got married, had kids, and yeah, you went out and found a life. That's what you were supposed to be preparing for, to go out and find a life, make a life worth being a part of. Not sitting in a damn house, drinking, letting the dog lick you in the mouth. Okay? So her negative stereotypes about Black women, and you know, that's why she keeps on saying stuff about Black women's hair, right? This is why she keeps on saying stuff about Black women's hair. She'll use the hair to attack you and also use the hair for sympathy at the same time. It's weird. It's very weird. So this is a projection of herself. You know what I mean? She'll sit there and try to make it seem like other people got wigs on and stuff like that, and then try to act like she don't know that wearing extensions and tracks is the same damn difference, right? I don't got. Mine's is extensions. Mine's is we don't give a fuck. Excuse, I almost went there. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, ladies. I apologize. Hey, rock it how you want to rock it. You know what I'm saying? You're beautiful. No matter what they say. Words can bring you down. Okay. You're beautiful in every single way. You know what I mean? So rock it how you want to rock it, ladies. But don't let nobody deny you of how you rocking it. You feel me? You feel me? Imagine you trying to deny people how they rocking it, so how she rocking it can she can feel better about how she rocking it. You know what I'm saying? GPA ain't teach her a Mickey Flicky. You feel me? GPA ain't teach her a Mickey Flicky. Excuse my language. Excuse my language. Right? All right. So now you got, later in life, the anger she experienced due to racial rejection and social exclusion. Listen, this is something that takes place in every community. This takes place, right? That's why it's a project, because it's an experiment, right? You ever think why they call it a project? Because it's an experiment. It's all experimental stuff, right? So now you have this level of things that's going on. If when feels when feels abandoned and unsupported by Black women, she has displayed her anger onto them. The conflict is also reflected in unresolved issues with her own identity and how she perceives herself within the larger racial context, right? Now, here's the thing about this, right? When you're looking at this, you might not understand exactly what this is being said, because this is when you guys hear it, you know exactly what it is, right? Because you're experiencing this. You're watching her act like this. Her projection of how she feels towards Black women, right? How she tears down their relationship, right? Remember, she said it herself. She thought being a bottom bitch was a good thing. Who thinks that? We know in Black America how hard our women fought not to be called bees. You know what I'm saying? I mean, literally, Queen Latifah came out with unity. Who you calling a bitch? UNITY. UNITY stands for unity. Like, what the fuck is she? You know what I'm saying? We know the struggle was real. You know what I'm saying? You know, we had Queen Latifah teaching us what was going on. You know, we had that in our hip hop. She trying to alter our hip hop and make it look like it was all messed up shit. Nah, our hip hop wasn't messed up shit. We had powerful women speaking up in our hip hop, fighting for the position to rap. You know, we had Yo-Yo, we had, Queen Latifah. We had different people, right? So the way she's saying it, she was a good bottom B. What's a good bottom B? A good bottom B is not being a B at all. What is she talking about? A good bottom B. We trying to take that out of the equation so nobody feel like that. We trying to MC Light. Come on, ladies. Y'all know who we had. We had everybody coming out. Salt and Pepper and them was coming out. We had everybody. She trying to rewrite our history. She was trying to rewrite the history of how the image is of Black America. That's not how we don't want that. We don't want that Canadian ass ideology. You ain't never been outside your house. You ain't never been in a damn fight in your life. You talking about what you'll do to somebody if you seen them face to face. Ooh, if OG Patrice was here, I would do this and I would do this. Shut up. You ain't gonna do none of that shit. You never been in a fight before. Can't trust nobody that never been in a fight before. You don't even know how to trust yourself. 9 times out of 10, you're going to run, because that's the fight or flight in you. You look like the flight going to take. You look more of a flighter than a fighter. You could do all of this social media wolf and shit that you want, but when shit come down to it, you look like you going to run. And you know you is. You don't know the trick with Vaseline. And make sure you don't never have hoop earrings in, and put all the rings on that you got, so when you hit them, it could leave a mark. You don't know the tricks of the hood. You don't know how they play. You don't know about popping nails off. You don't know about a razor blade under the tongue? You don't know. Stop acting like you know some shit. These girls was walking around with razor blades up under their tongue in junior high in my city. You really want to sit there and mouth off to a American hood chick? What the fuck wrong with you? Even I know better than to mouth off to American hood chick. Fuck. You better realize what the hell goes on. They started coming out different. They started creating gangs of their own and shit. It was like all women gang in the hood and shit. Yeah. They started smoking wet. Next thing you know, they was moving like the niggas was moving. A little bit better. Started calling them Valentine groups and all types of shit. They started wearing flags. It was Latinas. Shit. They had a Puerto Rican parade in my city every year. They was deep during that Puerto Rican parade. They was cutting shit. You had to shut up sometimes. You had to know. I know how to deal with them because I'm saying my mom had 13 kids. It was always girls around. Y'all about to see. Matter of fact, we trying to get on the road today. So everybody hit that cash at one time. Everybody throw like $5 or $10 at the cash at one time. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do this live, make sure I get some clips so that way I can have some clips until I get to the next spot to set up, and then I can run some clips. We're going to do some lives on Ralph the Wise, so make sure y'all following Ralph the Wise. While we're on the road, we're going to do some lives from Ralph the Wise. So, you know, basically you guys will get to meet my kids today. You know, you guys will get to meet my kids today, both my sons. I don't know if my daughter's going to be there, but you'll get to meet some people today. And we're going to just start this journey, right? Love is love. We're going to start this journey. Come on, chewing gum. You know damn well I'm not about to speak on an open platform of what type of vehicle I got, knowing these people playing all types of games, right? You think I'm about to have these people calling the police on me to try to tell them that I got all types of stuff in my car so they can try to do some weird shit? You know, they'll weaponize the police real quick against me. This is the stuff that they do. So however you work, you know, work in secrecy, move, and you know what I mean? I know how this shit work. I know you don't mean it. I know you don't mean nothing by it, but that's not how I can't do it. You know, it's a nice vehicle. You know, hopefully we can meet some people along the way or run into some people along the way. But also I got my kids with me, so I got to think about their safety as well. You know, I don't know how these people are playing, and I don't know what type of games they're playing, and I just can't risk, you know, anything, especially if my kids is coming along for the journey. That's why I'm letting y'all know, you know, now what the move is, so that way everybody can know what the move is. You know what I mean? So when they paint that whole color me bad shit, everybody can see the operation. It's a nice car. It's nice. It's nice. It's got wheels on it. It's got wheels on it. Hey, shout out to everybody that donated, man. Shout out to everybody that donated. Listen, y'all really pissing them off. Y'all really pissing them off because, you know, y'all making it possible, right? And, you know, even though I'm speaking a lot of it into existence and moving it in that direction and so on and so forth, it's pissing them off. It is really pissing them off. So, you know, kudos for that. And yeah, I think like we all should, you know, be this open, especially if you building a collective. I want my collective to know, you know, my strengths, you know, and then if I do allow a little bit of opens with my weakness, protect my weakness, you know what I mean? Because I'm going to do the same for you. I want to know your strengths so that way we can, you know, prosper greatly together. And I want to protect or help protect your weaknesses, you know. Sometimes we try to confide in people and it doesn't get the same thing in return. You know what I mean? You don't have one over there? All right, type something in over there on that page. And listen, when you get a wrench, you know what you sign up for. People will try to look at your levels of activity, and when you get a wrench, you know, people will look at your activity in other people's comment section, and they will, you know, make different variations of statements on that. You know that, right? So when you get a wrench, you know it's kind of like all of us, because they look at that and they be like, well, one of your mods was over here. Remember, you know, let's not fall victim to the same stuff. Jaguar done had her mods go around starting beef or swinging, you know, going to bat and everything like that. But it's okay though. It's all right. It's okay. All right, there you go. You should be good to go. And I'm going to add some more mods too as we go along. Remember, we do have 3 pages. I don't know what direction I'm going in with a lot of the pages. I might just do like a little command center thing and then just give the pages, give some of the other pages to other people so we can just check in on them from time to time to see what they up to. I'm going to talk to my sister. They're always traveling. They're always going places, trips to Florida, trips here, trips there. My cousins and them is always doing crazy stuff. So maybe I'll talk to them and see if they want to, you know, because I think this is about unity. I think this is about showing that level of unity. And there's no better unity than showing this level of, you know, transparency. Like I said, I'm a ghost to a lot of my family members. A lot of my family members don't know me because I disappear so, you know, rapidly. They'll tell you like, man, I don't know. He's been gone for 8 years. He's been gone for 6 years. Nobody knows what he does. Nobody knows what he, you know, and it's crazy, you know, but it's, I don't know. I'd rather live my life like a ghost or a mystery than get caught up in some of the, you know, mayhem that you guys are witnessing, you know, even on this app, even the level that we're witnessing it on this app, you know. And Maddie, you know, the way she goes about using certain variations of topics, right? Her being stalked at 15 years old, her being essayed by her cousin at whatever age, and the 10-year-old situation, and you know, the high school situation where the teacher did this, and the college situation where her college teacher did that, and then the bank situation where, you know, somebody at the bank did something. Listen, that's too many damn situations. I don't know what the hell going on. Like, I don't really, you know what I'm saying? Unless she living in an altered reality where, you know, that whole Trump effect is going around and motherfuckers just walking around grabbing women by the coochie or some shit. There ain't no fucking way you just experiencing that much shit in your life and still sitting here with your titties out on. See, it's so hard trying to talk about this without adding the raw pull back. She is a victim in some sort of way, in some way, shape, or form. She is a victim. Yes, she is. She's a victim. Yeah, got her boobs on display, trying to make it seem like she's a victim today. Tomorrow she'll change it up, and she just keep on changing because she's a chameleon. You know what I mean? She's a chameleon. She's just changing, like she's a shapeshifter. You know what I mean? Yeah, half naked. So, you know, her fascination with black women who perceive herself as a celebrity, but a very bad character, might represent a projection of herself, right? This is how she perceives herself, right? So, as a black woman, she thinks she has to be toxic, nasty. So, when she goes out and she sees like another black woman that's being toxic, nasty, and demanding, and so on and so forth, she cheers that on because that's all the things that she want to do. All the things that Jaguar does on here, that's all the things that she want to do. She want to be like that too. You know what I mean? She wants to be that. She wants to be, yeah, I'm that nasty person like that. You know, I get down like that. You know what I mean? That's how she wants to look. So that's the, you know, how she's putting it, and that's the image that she's going with. And it's sad. It's the saddest shit ever, really, when you think about it. You know? Um yeah. Can you imagine running around that house naked? You know, sometimes you like to play those type of games when you know what I'm saying, you got a big house. You just say, okay, everybody just, you know, get naked. We just gonna run around and, you know, catch a girl, freak a girl. All right, well, maybe it's just me. You know, I forgot. Everybody's not living a, you know, 27 sister wives. So, you know, maybe I guess it's just me. I guess I'm the only one that got that option to actually say something like that. Never mind. So yeah, so you got these different variations of you know, situations that's taking place. And however you look at it, she listen, she wants the power. You know what I mean? Hey, we joking, man. We joking. Look, she wants the power. And look, if you want to hit the Cash App, it's right here, right? Please. Everything is greatly appreciated. The Cash App is right here, right? Not Space of God. Never mind. That's not the Cash App. Never mind. It's Peace of God. Did I say space? Did I read that right? Did I say space? Oh, they supposed to put the money sign, but they put the S instead of the money sign. Okay, that's supposed to be a money sign right there. Never mind. That's going to be confusing. Never mind. All right. So yeah, it's Peace of God. And of course, you already know the PayPal because Maggie done doxed the damn PayPal, lying and shit. You know what I'm saying? She done doxed the PayPal, lying over there, lying, looking up somebody else's information and doxed the PayPal. Everybody knows that I use that PayPal, and she, you know what I mean? Like, come on now. Hey, listen, every little bit counts. Every little bit helps. Every little bit is, you know, graciously appreciative. You know, $5, $10 go a long way when it comes from a bunch of people. You know what I mean? You know, and you know, them toll fees go up, gas prices go up. Not saying that you guys are required to, you know, do this. I'm just saying, you know, every little bit helps. Uh, And if not, hey, listen, it gives them something to talk about. A lot of them don't have no content. Maddie over there asking people to pay for her vet bill, telling people, if you don't do this, then I can't stay here and just eat popcorn and talk shit all day. Like, we don't want you to stay here and talk shit all day. You know what I mean? If you don't do this, then I can't stay here. You have to keep on sending me stuff. Okay. Thank you. Okay. What? I gave you a wrench. Oh, okay. Yeah, drink Jack Daniels. Help me sit in the kitchen all day and drink Jack Daniels. Thank you. Make it wing, make it wing. Help me drink Jack Daniels and let my dog kiss me in the mouth. Come on, Lucky. Here you go, Lucky. Where you go? Where did Lucky go? Oh my goodness, where's Lucky at? Get your ass up out of here, man. Looking up people information and shit like that to try to get fucking monetization. You traumatized to monetize, and you think you about to play that game over here with us? No, your ass ain't. So everybody that want to piss Maggie off just so we can get on the road a lot faster, y'all hit the Cash App. All right, you want to piss Maggie off and help us? Just hit the Cash App. Look, just send anything to the Cash App just so I can start saying thank you as much as possible. Send $5. If you sending $20, send that shit in increments of. Hey, appreciate it. Appreciate the Cash App. Appreciate the Cash App. Hey, send that shit in increments of Don't lie. Stop. Let me get it out first. Let me say it first. Send that shit in increments of like $5 just so it can stretch out longer and be more. You know what I'm saying? The GoFundMe still up. The GoFundMe is still up. Let me post the link to the GoFundMe for the car. And make sure y'all leave a message too. Like, make sure if you still sending it to the GoFundMe, it is in the Discord. But make sure y'all leave a message too to say to continue the journey. Make sure y'all leave a message to say continue the journey, continue the journey, continue the journey. All right. Hashtag continue the journey. Yeah, I know. That's why I put the GoFundMe up too, because it's easier for y'all to send it that way. That's out of the country and stuff like that. 1111. Lock in with the 1111. Appreciate the Cash App 1111. Maggie, you hear that? You hear that, Maggie? Damn, they making it rain on me, Maggie. Damn. Oh, I feel it. It's a drizzle, Maggie. It's a drizzle. You better hope it ain't a downpour. Oh shit! Somebody done hit me with that's a downpour right there. Nah, that's damn. We on our way to a thunderstorm. Damn. Oh shit, Maggie. Dang, money. No, she mad as hell. Whether it's real or fake, she mad as hell. Hating ass wombat. Matter of fact, let me play a song. Where is it at?
Maggie the black gal, you found no doubt. Clean your kitchen, trash it, that trash out. Head moves, always chasing the cloud. Tough online, but you cry when calls out. You need thick skin, now you're begging for coin. Always playing victim when you step in the joint. We see through the act, don't bark, no bite. You can't dim our shine, we the truth in the light. Wise out, not just hooting stuff up. Throw shots online, now you're crying, that's enough. Twisting up the truth, better pack it up. You a fraud with a mic, just acting tough. We don't fold, don't beg, don't chase your clout. We expose the fake, now you're bugging out. No cap, just facts, we bleed that flame. While you rant on YouTube, just begging for fame. To drinking or smoking all day on cam. Claiming you deep, but it's all just spam. 3.9 GPA, that's what you display. But every word you drop takes IQ away. Talk circles round logic, flexing with fiction. Book smart maybe, but you lack conviction. Big brain grades, but no real wisdom. Caught in your echo, trapped in your system. Wise out, not just hooting stuff up. Throw shots online, now you're crying, that's enough. Busting up the truth, better back it up. You a fraud with a mic, just acting tough. We don't fold, don't beg, don't chase your clout. We expose the fake, now you're bugging out. No cap, just facts, we bleed that flame. While you rant on YouTube, just begging for fame. We mask up in filters, but the truth still shows. Trying to school the squad, we don't need your lows. Throw subs in the dark, but we bring that glow. While you chase cheap fame, we just build and grow. Talk ethics and morals, then you twist the tail. Playing saint on stream, but your soul's for sale. Fake woke, fake deep, just a drama parade. You a whole facade, we the truth unafraid. You try to come for us, so we step back. Let you talk your talk, we don't need to clap back. We move in silence, let the truth unpack. We spiral online, trying to stay on track. But we keep it all love, we don't dwell in the hate. Elevate the game while you argue with fate. We stand tall, never need to attack. Cause real ones shine, no cap, just facts. Just facts.
when people do good stuff for you, Maggie, it's not for you to burn them, right? It's not for you to burn them, Maggie. Anybody else could have did something else with that money that I sent you. You not only want and bought alcohol with that money, you talk shit afterwards. And you want further. You dox the email, or you dox the name of the person. So you looked up Stacy, you looked up the information. That's fucked up. You know why? Because that's further more connection to Seven, right? Let's say Seven mom felt like somebody was after her and she gave Seven to me because of this, right? And now what Maggie do? Maggie doxes this woman's information of how many times she actually called the police on somebody that's not me, right? Because if Maggie did her math and she did look up my records, she'll see that there's no domestics on my record, no incidents of domestics on my record, right? So she lied about information. She put a real victim's information and attached it to me. And that's fucked up. And I'm keeping this woman's kid safe, right? This is Seven's mom, right? And I think that's so fucked up because I already told her because of the situation, right? With Murph and them doing the shit the first time where the spy that was in the Discord said, oh, he's got a 13-year-old boy that's not his. And he's taking care of a 13-year-old boy that's not his, and so on and so forth. And we need to get somebody to watch that kid and all of that shit. Even after that situation, she still further takes it upon herself to do more fuckery. This is the lack of care that she has for other people, right? She don't give a fuck. She's in Canada. She don't care what levels of physical, you have to go through for this. She don't care if it uphinges you out your house because you got to keep your kids safe, right? She don't care if you have to move, because she's putting all of these unsafety. She don't care. Why would you sit there and put out somebody else's information if you know it didn't tie to me, right? But then you cry about somebody putting your family's pictures in the Discord. Like, oh, he put my family's profiles in his Discord. That's their Facebook profiles. That means they wanted the public to know them because they made a profile for it, right? You sat there and doxed or looked up whatever the fuck you call yourself doing. That's weird. That's weird. I don't see how you don't find that weird. You took someone's PayPal information and you looked them up. Now, anybody who send you a PayPal should be worried of that activity. Anybody who sent you a PayPal should be worried that you're doing the same thing to them. Everybody who sent you a PayPal should be worried that you're doing that same thing to them. And that's fucked up that you're doing that because you're compromising that PayPal, right? I mean, Laura Kelly, whoever the hell that is, already recalled $100 from February, right? So you're corrupting other people's finances. You're stopping other people's money from coming in, right? You're fucking over other people that's looking out for you, right? This lady, Laura Kelly, she took it upon herself to send an email to that. She took it upon herself to send an email talking about, somebody being a disgusting person and this, that, and the third, and yada, 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 and then recalled $100, right? That they had to, I guess it's in discrepancy or whatever it is, but here we are all the way in May, and she's recalling $100 from February. Make it make sense. All because Maggie's over there saying fucked up shit. All because the not feel as though somebody, listen, if he would have had levels of respect for people, maybe he would still have that money that he needed to do whatever the fuck it is that he doing, right? But no, that cocaine got you on a whole nother level. Maggie's sitting there running around. And then she sit there and tell people she need money. She need money. Give me money. Give me money. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. It's not making sense. And ain't no telling what websites in Canada she was on already. She would probably been on, you could probably find her on all types of websites, just like we got, plenty of fish and all types of that. She probably got, some maple syrup, everything maple or something. I don't know what the fuck going on. She's on them nasty sites. She is. I promise you she is. Her fascination with black women who perceives herself as celebrity. Okay, no, not that one. All right. Her involvement in picking fights that have nothing to do with her and being abusive to people that she had no intel and quarrels with, right? She had no initial quarrels with these people. She just out here picking fights. Stone Paxton, this person, that person, OKP, this person, that person. She's just out here picking fights, thinking that makes her popular because she out here just throwing names and picking fights with people, right? Could be learned behavior stemming from her own unresolved anger or coping mechanism. I would say copying, because she copying somebody. She mimicking something that she's seen. I don't know if it's in her family or plenty of syrup. I don't know. Don't look that up. Don't hold us to that. All right. Don't hold us to that. Plenty of syrup. All right. So so she might use conflict and these are different methods. You see her using these different methods, conflict, aggravation as ways of control, protecting herself from unimaginable things. She's making up stories as she go along, like, oh, he said this, which could have been perceived this way, and da 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 da. Like everything that she's doing, just pay attention to everything that she's doing. You know what I mean? Pay attention to everything that she's doing. It's very odd. It's weird. You know what I mean? So so it's very odd. It's very weird. But we're in it together. We're in it together. And like I said, man, it's all a part of the plan. But I want y'all to check this out. If y'all ever get a chance, go look up the Healing Web map. Okay? Go look up the Healing Web map if you ever get a chance. Very, very interesting map, right? It shows you all of your illnesses down the middle, right? And then it shows you the directions that you can go in if you go into a pharmaceutical direction or if you go into whatever direction. Check out the holistic side, right? Go check out the Healing Web map. Check out the holistic side, all right, of the Healing Web map, okay? So go check this map out. It's called the Healing Web map. You'll be shocked. You'll be surprised. You'll be amazed, right? And now you know why that, America is bringing in ayahuasca and DMT programming, because it has something to do with our nervous system and putting back different variations of our nervous system. So go check that out if you get a chance. But yes, on another note, that was just a little bit of, like a commercial for you right there, a little knowledge commercial right there. This one right here, like she don't bring nothing to the table besides negativity, nastiness, right? And she's making money off of it. She's not making money off of her life, her experience. She's making money off of the black tea sector. She's making it off with a black tea sector. Hey, listen, if you like the jewels that I be dropping over here, If you like everything, just listen. The Cash App, drop a little something in there, $5, $10, whatever. You like the knowledge, you like everything that we bring to the table, drop a little something in there. We only just begun, you know what I mean? We only just begun. The journey begins now. We are moving forward with this. Great things is about to happen. You about to see how everything unfold. You about to see how everything unfold. You're gonna be like, damn, right? And since we at the bottom, since we at ground level, it's beautiful when you at ground level because everybody get to start off at ground level with us, right? If we was already there, then it'd be like, well, shit, he don't need me, right? I'm not a part of that, but you are a part of the movement because we are at ground level. Right. So when you at ground level, greater things can happen when you at ground levels and you attach yourself to a movement like this, to a wave like this. This is greater than anything that you can really understand due to the fact that the levels are endless, right? The possibilities are endless, right? Helping people advance in marketing in the digital world. See, this is great for me because this is actually a part of my business, right? We do social media management. And as you take this journey with me, you'll get to see exactly what I'm talking about when I say social media management, right? So you'll get to see a walking process of how one would actually go about, creating a social media platform. You'll get to see other people who I help. I don't speak about it out loud because it's not for me. You come on, see what I'm saying? It's a lot of stuff that we gonna keep private. You know that in the back of the mind, but don't bring the carnal. You can't add the carnal to this. In the mind, we know we supposed to be safe. We know, but you got to put all good on this. Otherwise, you doing exactly what everybody else is doing. That's like somebody coming to you and say, man, I'm about to go on a cruise, so on and so forth. And you be like, yeah, man, them cruises dangerous. Man, you better be safe out there. Like, damn, why are you putting the negative thoughts in their head? But just have positive thoughts. Just keep positive. Just be positive with us. That's it. Just put all positive thoughts on there. I'm pretty sure we got enough people already putting the negative on us. I'm greatly sure we got enough people already putting a lot of negative on this situation. And like I said, I already know how to move. I know how to move. We good. Promise you. We good. Yeah, she openly admits it and then goes and repeats the same thing. See, the reason why I rather openly speak about it is because we already got a spy in the Discord that's recording Discord conversations, trying to make content about it, right? We already got people that's trying to, paint this narrative and that narrative already about it, right? So the greatest thing I can do is just be honest with the collective by just saying, now, of course, we're always going to keep the locations and stuff as far as movement goes, but you will get updated, and there will be pop-up lives at different locations, so you'll have pop-up lives at different locations. You'll never hear me speak about, whatever, but we know how to move. We know how to do this, so we'll just move, it's same. It's no difference than and see, fear does not exist. So it's not for us to try to make it like fear don't exist. I'm just trying to tell y'all, like, to me, I don't think about this stuff, right? But I'm just trying to tell y'all, like, don't put none of that on it, right? Just everything is great, everything is great. If you can hit the PayPal, the Cash App, that's great. If you can contribute, that's great. But everything is great. It's going to move smoothly. It's going to work itself out, and great things is going to happen. So that's it. That's the only options we got. Greatness. That's it. Great things is going to happen. Wonderful things is going to happen. Beautiful things is going to happen. Maleficent things. Is maleficent a word? It is now. I think I just made it up. Maleficent. All right. So that's marvelous and magnificent. Okay. Maleficent. All right. So you're watching her go through these different levels of personas, right? And that's not to consider the struggle that she's having with herself, right? These are deep feelings, hurt, rejection, inadequacy, right? Her behaviors are an attempt to reconcile her identity with the pain of society and racial rejection. You know, you got to think she got rejected by society. She ain't got no friends. Nobody want to hang out with her. Everybody moved on, had a life, started a life. You know, everybody, you know, moved on, had a life, started a life. You know what I'm saying? And everything. No, we didn't say maleficent. We didn't use that word. We didn't use the Disney word maleficent. We didn't use that word, Cherry. But I appreciate you for putting that in. Even though I heard you say some, you know, nasty stuff about me on another page, I overlook it. I know a lot of people troll around here. Hey, it is what it is. But yeah, we didn't use this word, whatever word that is. We didn't use that word. But hey, hear what you want to hear. So the desire to be white while deeply connected to social and you say what? You agree? Okay. Well, glad you agree. There's something we didn't say. Her lack of self-acceptance and the ability to feel pride in her own heritage. This rejection of her blackness creates an inner conflict that affects her relationship with others, right? Especially Black women, right? She seems to always have a problem with Black women. Now, she caters to, YT women, but when it comes to Black women, she always seems to have a disdainment. She always seems to be able to say, I never liked her. I hated her, except for, I guess, Polly. She says the same thing about Polly. Bonnie, she says she never liked Bonnie. Lady Letitia, she now says she likes Lady Letitia. And then there's other names who she picks and chooses based off of how they agree or disagree with her. 1 minute, she was saying, OJ Patrice been through a lot and so on and so forth. And the next minute it's a fallout. 1 minute she got Sammy on the page, agreeing with her and everything like that. And then the next minute it's a fallout. So you're watching these different variations of things, You're watching these different variations of things take place. You're watching how she's operating, right? You're watching how she's operating. And I guess it's okay. I guess it's okay how she's operating, right? So next week or sometime next week, we're going to get into some greater things. All right. We're going to talk about living in the program, basically bringing being better tomorrow than you was yesterday, present moment, so on and so forth, right? The waters and stuff. So these are the energies and emotions and stuff like that, high waters, low waters. We're going to get into a lot of stuff next week, how to share energy, so on and so forth, taking your knowledge and power back, the sweet spot of sweet spot of generosity in the present moment, right? The difference between coherent and incoherent brain waves, right? The flow of consciousness as brain waves. We're going to get into all of this, right? How to speed this up, how to recognize these different things, so on and so forth. So we're going to get into a lot of this stuff next week, knowledge wise. We're going to loop it and lock it in around a lot of stuff. You got to remember, thinking and feeling loops of guilt, right? So this is one thing that you got to get out of, which is the thinking and feeling in these loops of guilt. Now, not everything is for everybody, and not everybody is going to make it, right? Not everything is for everybody, and not everybody is going to make it, right? So this is how this works. This is how this operations work. I can't do nothing about this. You can't do nothing about this. But what you do know is something is taking place, right? Brain waves, brain patterns, all of this stuff is taking place right now. Things are changing. Elevation of the mind is taking place right now. Your frontal lobe is being affected. You got to be careful. These scales that we're watching, how everything is taking place, it plays a factor in the universe. The universe is letting off a beacon. Now I know they say, that the world don't move to the beat of just one tune, what might be right for some, and it takes different strokes to rule the world. But everybody is moving on different strokes. But right now, some folks' strokes ain't, it ain't stroking right, Now we, on the other hand, we be stroking. You feel me? We be stroking. You feel me? Now what they be doing is joking, choking, but we be stroking. That's what we be doing, So look, all of this knowledge and stuff is here for us, okay? So we're going to start utilizing it. We're going to start embarking on this. We're going to start digging into this. We're going to start teaching this, okay? The Eye of Horus, all of that stuff, the pineal gland, we're going to start talking about this. Look, they don't want us to talk about this, but we here now, okay? We here now, and they can't do shit about it. Ain't that right, collective? We here now, and they can't do shit about it. Ain't that right, collective? Right? Not only that, we're going to open up other books. We got other books that we're going to open up, other things that we're going to open up, okay? We got other books that we're going to open up. It's going to be just as great. Appreciate the Cash App. Love is love. Appreciate the Cash App. So yeah, we got some other books that we're going to get into. I'm trying to see what the magic of this is. You guys don't know a lot of these books, but when you get into these books, you're gonna be like, oh, that's what that was. That's what's going on. So on and so forth. Even like some of the deeper, books of like journeys, It's gonna be very amazing. It's gonna be fun. So don't be afraid. Knowledge is very powerful, okay? So Justin Christopher Floros, whatever. So this is some deep knowledge, that a lot of people don't know, right? So I hope we don't get hit for this, but okay, so we're going to get into all of this stuff, right? How this works, electromagnetic, like how it works, the frequencies of the brain, how it works with the growing, with the vessel, operation of the press. And there was a lot of stuff that took place in our history that a lot of people are not actually, speaking on. There's a lot of books and stuff. So we're going to embark on that journey. A lot of books that might have got taken out of circulation might no longer be in process, whatever the case may be. And documentations of certain things, man, is deep. Shout out to Soul Atlas. She provides and helps with a lot of knowledge and stuff. She's part of the team, the LLC. A lot of stuff runs through our company, our group. We are a corporation. We are a business. The Sister Wives are going to be here for a while. So you might want to look at it and say, what is this? Because that's what it is. It's one big mystery. We look out for each other. We don't even know who's who of this organization. We just move in secrecy and do what is according to what is supposed to be done in love and light and unity. That's it. Nobody really knows who's providing this information because nobody's looking for glorification of it. So when you got a collective that's not looking for glorification, it's just there. It's just there for you, right? And you just got to know where to look. All right. So we're gonna get into a lot of stuff, right? This is the Gateway Project, or the Gateway process, right? Analyzing, assembling of Gateway process, right? This is talking about the mind, right? The avenues of it. So this would be the map of the brain. A lot of people say, man, I would like to see the map of this person's brain, that person's brain. So this is your, motor cortex, sensor cortex, so on and so forth. Different variations of knowledge come through this, vectors, souls, kundalini, psychosis, so on and so forth. This is happening, right? The biofield, back, all of this stuff. This is happening. This is brain, stimulating the brain, different levels of how to stimulate the brain, how to alter different things in the brain, so on and so forth. All of this stuff is taking place, conscious energy, and however you're looking at it, the right hemisphere, left hemisphere, there's certain variations of energies that's moving, time, space, dimension. Now, mind you, this is documents, CIA. This is, look, it's got the official seals. Everything is right there. I mean, you know what I mean? Department of the Army. I mean, hey, listen, we got some stuff that we don't get into this. I don't like to pull this information out. I don't like to pull this knowledge out because, like I said, you see the haters already going hate. You see them already hating. You know what I mean? You see them already hating. Can you imagine if I taught them, like, if they really knew what the fuck I knew? Like, can you imagine what would happen if they really knew what, like, all the shit that I done looked into and studied into and da-da-da-da-da? They'll be like, oh, nah, fuck that. All right, so dimensions in between, other dimensions, so on and so forth. This is not something that we're making up. You know what I mean? This is happening. Space, particle, dimensions in the mind, so on and so forth, the multitude, however you want to look at it. This is happening. Universal, black hole, white hole, so on and so forth, direction of time and space, evolution, so on and so forth, right? You can't make this up because I can't make this up. Quality of consciousness. We know earlier that out of the body state involving projection of major portions of the energy patterns that represents humans' consciousness is also, and maybe either freely through the terrestrial fear for purposes, information acquired informing the dimensions outside of time and space, perhaps to interact with other forms of consciousness within the universe. Consciousness is the original and sustainable principle of providing the impulse of guidance and keeping the energy of motions in within given a set of parameters and so on. It's that a specific reality will result when consciousness reaches a state of sophistication in which can perceive itself, its own hologram. It reacts to a point of self-cognition. Human beings have this form of elevated consciousness, as does the absorbed about in the case of the later, and the functions of energy, and it is associated quality of consciousness in infinity. Omniscient and omnipotent is potentially unity. Right. So you got to be omniscient, omnipotent. You have to understand what is omniscient, omnipotent. We are a liquid, a gas, and a solid. Right. Our consciousness, therefore, is the differential aspect of the universe consciousness, which resides within the absolute. It accounts for the origination of the energy and the patterns of so on and so forth. So the approval for this release, everything. This is how things work. The galactic north, galactic south, right? Taurus, white hole, right? This is universal stuff right here. Listen, I couldn't make this up. This is official. You can go look these codes up. You can go look this stuff up for yourself. This is why I keep on saying, like, when we teach this stuff, when we talking about this stuff over here, right? All these people that's sitting there that's trying to make it seem like we don't know this and we just talk about that and we dumb and we stupid. All these people that's doing that, I want you to understand exactly what's happening, right? As we go further with this and more knowledge and information be provided to us to bring forth the people, remember, it's inevitable. Okay? It's inevitable. Y'all can't deny me from speaking on this because it is being given to me to speak upon it, right? So you can't deny it. Once it is, it'll be given back. However you look at it, if it's meant to be, it's going to be. If this knowledge is meant for me to speak upon, that's why I'm receiving it, right? Difference is I'm not going against technology. I'm actually using technology and allowing it to bring me this knowledge when it wants me to use it. Right? That's what it says. Advanced technologies, right? Having reached focus 10, the particles is now ready to endeavor into achieving a state of sophistication, expanding awareness to begin actually integrating with dimensions beyond these associated with his experience in the physical reality. This state is called focus 12, and to involve consciousness effects of his part, while additional forms of pink and white noise either into the sound streams of directly into his ears from the gateway tap. Once the particles has achieved this state of greatly expanding awareness, he is ready to begin exploring the series of specific techniques or tools as the Monroe Institution categorize them, which embodies him. Now, this is what they're talking about when they talk about like MK Ultra programming, so on and so forth. So this is like where your problem solving ability comes in, the ability to change a certain pattern, right? This is the mental manipulation, however you want to work at it, right? Energy barrier tools, remote viewing, right? This is what Beverly's talking about, right? Now, this is what they don't want you to know about. Now, it's no way that Beverly should sit down and have a conversation with Maddie because Maddie don't know this stuff, right? Remote viewing. In addition, the energy bar tool is also as portals for initiating the follow-up techniques called remote viewing. In any context, the particle turns his bar of energy into a whirling vortex through which it sends his imagination in such a new and illuminating insight. The apart purpose of the symbolist involved in the vortex seems to be the cue of subconscious and conveys the instructions of what the particles wishes to do, but in terms of non-verbal symbols such as the right hemisphere of the mind is capable of understanding. See what I'm saying? So when it's talking about remote viewing, it is talking about pushing your imagination to such a level within inside your vessel that you can achieve a higher level of a viewpoint of this whole plane of existence. It is also known as when you go to the higher realms or the higher heavens of oneself, you can say that you're remote viewing someone else because you're reaching that consciousness of that persona beyond the astral planes. Right? So when these people say they're remote viewing somebody, they're peeking into the conscious of that person. Some people have blockage up. I got a hell of a return to sender, right? A lot of people don't like fucking with me because my return to sender, right? So this is how this works. This is how this stuff works. They're not going to tell you this, but I like to be open and honest with people and let them know what the fuck goes on. Okay. All right, so you got the living body map. This techniques provide applications, energy bars, the tools, so on and so forth. You're watching this, right? We're going to get into all of this, right? The outer body movement, right? The future, right? Travel into the past, right? Now, some people might, that's why it says, look, approved for release 2003. Look how long ago this was released, right? We supposed to know this stuff already. The role of REM sleeping, right? We supposed to know this stuff. How y'all don't know this stuff? And y'all mad at me. Y'all mad at me because I went and learned this shit. Why y'all mad at me for it? Huh? It says mystical spiral, journey out of body, kundalini cycle transformation, the Mother Earth news, altered state consciousness, all of these human behavior, all of these things, you can go look this stuff up. You can go look this stuff up. Right? But y'all know I gotta bring it to y'all straight like that. Y'all know I can't sugarcoat it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know I can't sugarcoat it. Y'all know I got to bring it to y'all straight like that. You know what I mean? Because the reality of this is there's so much changing. So much of this world is changing, right? The Bible talks about a silver cord. It says the silver cord will be severed. This is the silver cord. It says the silver cord will be severed. This is the silver cord, the cord that you have to your consciousness. Once you build a certain cord, it's going to be severed. The silver cord will be severed. And you're either going to be stuck in the lower realm of yourself or you're going to be in the higher conscious realm of yourself. You got to be careful. You got to be careful. Okay? You got to be careful. I'm just saying, this world is changing greatly. Okay? Your intestinal tract is actually longer and it runs through the chakra systems. You know, this is why your digestive system is your digestive system, right? It runs through these chakra systems, these glandulars. You know, you got to be careful. This world is changing, right? They know I know what I'm talking about. They know I know what I'm talking about. That's why they say, like, you know, maybe he can hold the knowledge and the information, right? Maybe he can hold it, right? So when it's talking about it tells you about a chariot in the sky. If you know the sky to be your brain, then you know that chariot is something. And these are the four corners of that chariot. They're going to be moving in sphericals. It's considered to be the God world. The God world is the center of that. What's in the very center? Now, all of these are grids that are moving all at the same time. All four of these are moving at the same time. 1, 2, 3, 4. All of these are spinning at the same time. From below, it can look like fiery wheels because they're all spinning at the same time. So it can look like fiery wheels, right? And then you have this in the middle, which is considered to be God, right? The same thing as the pineal, as above, so below, as without, so within, right? So this is going with like Eucharistics, energy, so on and so forth. As you can see, it's right here. It's showing you the mathematics of it. It's all being turned sideways and spinning. This is 4 in here. It's 4 in this one. It's 4 in that one. It's 4 in this one. All of them are spinning at the same time. When Terrence Howard said that he found out the true how to really open up the fountain, I mean, not the fountain, but how to really open up the tree of life. He was saying because it was a spiral. See, they was putting straight lines, you know, or corners. There's no straight lines or corners in the universe, right? Only circular paths that's never ending. Because once something is, it can never not be again, right? Once it is, it always was and always going to be. You know what I mean? Okay. So yeah, so listen, like I'm you know, we're at this point. We're at this point in life where, you know, you have to realize that things are changing, you know, things are changing around us greatly. And listen, I think it's beautiful. I think it's a beautiful thing. I think the knowledge that's coming into this world, I think is beautiful. You know, for the people who don't understand it, for the people who, you know, lack, you know, whatever, because they don't want to know or they don't want to, you know, be a part of it, whatever the case may be, you know, what can you do? You know, what can you do? You can't do nothing about that, right? Let me see something. Oh no, never mind. Don't go to that. Don't go. I don't think you can click on that. I don't think nobody can click on that because it's probably Air it out. Yeah, so like I'm telling y'all, like great things is happening. We have to realize great things is happening. And to be honest with y'all, like I'm here for it, you know. I'm here for it. Like we got so much knowledge. When it's all said and done, you're gonna see who has content, who's actually chasing clout, right? Because we got other stuff we can talk about, right? Maggie want to make it seem like somebody needs to talk about her. Somebody got to talk about her, but that's not true. She needs everybody else. And she should have found the right person to attach herself to. She shouldn't have been looking at numbers and trying to see who throwing money at her, all of that shit. She should have been looking at who was trying to be kind to her, who was trying to be nice to her, who was advocating, right? We advocated, you know? We advocated pretty much for her, you know? It wasn't just no rah. Like we literally like went to bat. Well, you know what I mean? We stood up in the little corners where she fell, where she fumbled, where she, you know what I mean? We stood up in them little corners, you know? She keep dipping off her panels. Don't want to have integrity. Don't want to stand for nothing. Tells people don't worry about her feelings and emotions. If you stand up for her, she gonna play you in the end. If you stand up for her, she gonna play you in the end, because in the end, she gonna be like, yeah, we was nice as hell. In the end, she gonna play you in the end, because at the end of it, she gonna hit you with the bullshit. You know, she gonna hit you with the bullshit. She gonna be like, what? Are you mad? Why are you? I don't understand why people so mad about my feelings and emotions. That means you want to keep this toxic shit going, right? All these unnecessary beefs, acting like she don't know why somebody got disdainment towards her, acting like she wasn't going to bat for, acting like she wasn't going to bat for Jaguar, acting like she wasn't attacking all these people. She had, fraudulent lies being put on her page about other people. She kept on saying, oh, I can't wait. Grace gonna come up and roast everybody. Grace gonna come up and talk shit to everybody, all of that shit. And she had all them people bashing other people. She would let people up on the panel and then they'll get jumped by a bunch of people. We went over there and changed that shit up. That's why that was the first, start of looking it started changing. When we went over there, Jaguar didn't like the fact that we, she got mad at Maggie because how we went over there and operated. That's when y'all seen them trying to get us back over there. And it's like, oh yeah, come back over here. We popped up on Maggie panel and left. And then, Ayasha will pop up in there like, what? Did I just see Ralph over here? Where is he at? Tell him to come back. Tell him to come back. Or Grace will pop up like, did I just see Ralph over here? Where he at? Tell him to come back. Like literally searching to try to jump somebody. Literally. All 5 people jump up on the panel. Where he go? I bet you he won't come back up. Blah, blah, blah. Trying to ambush people. Oh, weird ass, conflicting ass behavior. Wondering why people ducking y'all like the plague. And those numbers starting to go down too. And then, the summary of it all, she's just a hateful, spiteful person. She's just a hateful, spiteful person. And you can't do nothing about that. You remember, everybody's not going to make it. Her job is to stop everybody else from rising into higher versions of their self. Because she's already a low version of herself. She's already a low version of herself. And that's why she's doing the things that she's doing. Because she's already in a lower version of herself. Probably the lowest version of herself. She's already there. So it's nothing. It's nothing. Okay? It's nothing. So we'll watch. We'll watch as it all happens and it all unfolds. Love is love. Namaste, Ashe, salutations, shalom, peace. Remember, one's image of oneself should be greater than reality. You know, who are you not to think greatly of yourself? If nobody told you that they love you today, let me be the first and not the last to tell you that I love you. Ralph, can you talk to these people? I don't even want to bring those names back up because it gives them recognition to go talk trash. Like all these people look for attention. You know, Amber, she's got her movement, how she's moving. She's in touch with the people that she wanted to be in touch with. You know, King, official King Payne, Sean Davey Way. And I'm glad that they're in touch with who they want to be in touch with. I just didn't like all the back end text messaging and all of that shit, like trying to further incorporate me into some bullshit. Which further down the line, I keep on telling these people, like, if you want the solution is to stop engaging, stop, you know, it's not to stop engaging, right? But it's to just say what you're going to say and just mean what you say. Later on, don't, you know, attach yourself to something else just because you still harvesting feelings from something that you previously already got off your chest. You know what I mean? If I get it off my chest, you ain't got to worry about me bringing it up. You know, I'm a laugh about it. Don't get me wrong. I'm a laugh about it. Right. But see, you got people like Maggie who sat there and apologized to everybody, went on an apology tour, only to turn around and bash everybody and tear them down right afterwards. Weird shit. Very weird shit. But that's the level of activity that people go through. You know, that's the level of activity. And you can't do nothing about that. You can't do nothing about it. So we in it together. Love is love. Namaste. Ashe. Salutations. Shalom. Peace. We're going to end where, you know, well, of course, put the Cash App up if y'all don't mind, because somebody put the links up. And I'm just going to ask everybody to just hit the Cash App one time. Hit the Cash App one time. $2, $5, $5, $10, $2. It don't matter. Just hit the Cash App one time. We in motion. We in motion. Hit the PayPal. Hit something. Make them mad. Make them mad. Piss them off. Just send something just to piss them off. Because you know it's making them mad. You know it's making her mad to know that I'm even asking. Because she did the same thing with Danny Robinson. She said, send me, make it rain, so Danny Robinson. Hey, what's good for the goose, Mazzy? What's good for the goose? Talk to him. Everybody drop hearts in the comment section. Drop hearts. Put those loving emojis. Love is love. Love is love. Namaste. I say salutations, man. Great things is happening. We in motion. Mad that they love me. They love me. They love me. Not my business.
When you started your channel to talk about other women, you love to throw a stone and then run and hide. Like it or not, you live your life online. And if I were you, I would wanna die. Cause it must be hard to have such a sad life. But that's not my business, so I'm moving on. And I know the one thing that you hate the most. We wanna vibe with love is love. And all you haters get left in the dust. For you to down it. We see what you're doing and we can't get behind it. We see what you're doing and we can't get behind it. A failed actor, isn't that right? So mad that they love me, they love me, they love me. Mad that they love me, they love me, they love me. Mad that they love me, they love me, they love me, they love me. We wanna vibe with love is love. And all you haters get left in the dust. So mad that they love me, they love me, they love me. Mad can't get behind it. See what you're doing, Maggie, and I can't get behind it. You hate with your whole chest, baby, you remind me of a little green man looking like slime. So mad that they love me, they love me, they love me. Mad that they love me, they love me, they love me, they love me. Mad that they love me, they love me, they love me, they love me. We wanna vibe with love is love. And all you haters get left in the dust. So mad that they love me, they love me, they love me. Mad that they love me, they love me, they love me. Now you're telling me to mind my business. When you started your channel to talk about other women, you love to throw a stone and then run and hide. Like it or not, you live your life online. And if I were you, I would wanna die. Cause it must be hard to have such a sad life. But that's not my business, so I'm moving on. And I know the one thing that you hate the most. We wanna vibe with love is love. And all you haters get left in the dust. So mad that they love me, they love me, they love me. Mad that they love me, they love me, they love me. This song's for you too, down there. We see what you're doing and we can't get behind it. We see what you're doing and we can't get behind it. A failed actor, isn't that right? So mad that they love me, they love me, they love me. Mad that they love me, they love me, they love me. Mad that they love me, they love me, they love me, they love me. We wanna vibe with love is love. And all you haters get left in the dust. So mad that they love me, they love me, they love me. Mad that they love me, they love me, they love me. We wanna vibe with love is. See what you're doing, Maggie, and I can't get behind it.
We've been journeying in the wrong direction this whole time. We've been journeying outside of ourselves. Why?
Rough the wise, talk to him.
It's been a long time on here pushing out knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Maybe this is the year right here. Energy. Go within. There's something inside of you.
We gotta do better collectively, you know?
Right? Energy. Go within. There's something inside of you.
We gotta do better collectively, you know?
Energy. The first stage is realizing that you are. That's the first step. Confront yourself. Realizing that you are. Energy. It's been a long time on here pushing out knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. They can't put negative notions on us. Think about it. Great things is happening, whether they want to believe it or not. Maybe this is the year right here. This is the year for it right here. Right? Energy. Go within. There's something inside of you.
We gotta do better collectively, you know?
Go within. There's something inside of you.
We gotta do better collectively, you know? One's image of oneself should be greater than reality. Don't let nobody tell you that you ain't great, because you are.
Rough the wise.
Energy. we've been journeying in the wrong direction this whole